My name is Jacob Lee, and today I'm going to be talking to you about battery charging and the safety aspects of charging a battery. Some safety things that you need to think about when charging batteries or working with batteries is you must wear eye protection at all times and gloves to keep the acid off of you. To do an open voltage test on a battery, you're going to need to get your voltmeter, set it to volts, and then we're going to go ahead and connect the positive over here to the positive end, and then you take your negative to the negative post, and you're going to see your voltage here. Now we're going to talk about how to use this battery tester right here. It's only used on batteries that have an optional hole there for you to actually use the acid. What you're going to do is you're going to squeeze the ball at the top and then suck in the battery fluid. See it starting to come up in there. Squeeze and get all of it that you can up in there. And then it'll tell you right here where the specific gravity of it is. And this one's above 1300, which is good because it'll that actually shows that this cell is still good. We'll check another cell right here. See how that is. This cell is also showing good. As long as they're within 50 of each other, then we are good with that. Right now I'm going to show you how to do a battery conductance test using a battery conductance tester. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to connect the red to the positive, black to the negative over here. And then we're going to go ahead and show you everything we need to do on the conductance tester. Need to hit in vehicle, top post, automotive, regular flooded. It's going to give you an option for your cranking amps, your cold cranking amps, all that fun stuff. You're going to hit cold cranking amps. You're going to find your cold cranking amps of 600 and adjust this to what it should be. Then hit enter and it'll do a test. Shows us good and recharge. So it measured 558 cold cranking amps out of 600, and it's got a 12.34 volts on it. This here is a battery load tester, which currently I have connected to our battery over here in our test vehicle. Obviously negative over here goes to the negative, positive goes to our positive, and then we have this here, which is our amp circuit clamp. We're gonna turn it on to 200 amps, so we've got it off, turn it on to 200 amps, auto zero it. Just press and hold that. What that does is it takes our amps over here down to almost zero. Then we're going to take this, we're going to put it around our positive clamps around here. And leave that there. Now remember earlier we had 600 cold cranking amps. To do this test here, we have to get the load, how much amps we're going to load down on this. And what we do is we take our 600 cold cranking amps and divide it by 2, which gives us 300 cold cranking amps. But in this test, we're only going to use up to 200 amps. When we go ahead and do this, what we're looking for is the volts to stay above 9.6, or else it's going to fail. So we go ahead and get our load going here. Watch our amps as we load it. And that didn't work, so we've got a connection issue back here somewhere. ahead and load it down again. See where it's at. It's below 8. It's below 9.6. So this battery did fail our test. Failed battery. All right, this right here is our battery charging system. What we're gonna do is we're gonna show you how to hook this up and the difference between high and low, fast and slow charging. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to find a ground that's other than the battery to connect this to. And if we can find one in here, I don't see one in here. Actually, there's one right here. Go ahead and connect it over here. And then we connect the positive up, which is this side. Connect our positive, there you see our little positive sign. Then we go over here and we plug it up. So we're gonna plug our cord up here. Now once we got our cord plugged up, we go over here to the machine and turn it on. Ensure that it turns on. It shows us our battery voltage. Now we've got auto charge, manual charge, boost mode. It also shows when it is charging, when it is fully charged, and when it has an error. So what we're going to do is we're going to charge this battery. If we do a slow charge, what it's going to do is an auto charge. We hit start. What that's going to do is it's going to go ahead and start charging it at the rate that it needs to be, 42%. It'll charge it at a higher rate of amperage, which is going to be a faster charging system. And if we had a lower amperage here, that would be a slow charge. Now we're going to talk about how to do a parasitic draw test. To do a parasitic draw test, you have to make sure that the battery is turned off, or that everything inside the car is turned off, and that the car has been turned off for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our voltmeter again, here. We're going to clip one side here to one side of the terminal, and then all we're going to do is take our negative here, we're going to put it on the battery post and then lift this off of it. And then we go back over here to our tester and we see that it is showing negative 11.1. It keeps going up, but that is a very good test for a parasitic draw.